The Unfamous Files is a fun, lively and super relatable podcast hosted by twin sisters Taryn and Shae, aspiring actors in their 30s who've been chasing their dreams for over 15 years.
While we're all about the journey in the performing arts and dreaming big, we know life's ups and downs are universal. Whether you're passion-driven, juggling side gigs or dealing with setbacks.
Our honest chats, silly stories and bursts of motivation are here to remind you success isn't just about fame. It's about staying true to what fuels your fire no matter where you're at in life.
We're here to inspire, laugh, and keep it real with you guys every step of the way.
Hello!
I thought there was going to be one extra buzz, but there wasn't.
Oh, you just don't know it well enough, which is a bit sad since we're like 10 episodes in, Taryn.
You'd think I would know it well enough. Welcome back to the Unfamous Files with Shae, Taryn and Troy. We are so excited to be back for another episode.
Yes.
Hello, Troy. Are you there?
Hello.
He's there.
Yeah,
he's definitely there. He's definitely there.
He's 100% there. We had our cute little go-to brekkie that we always have. Also like a brekkie. It's like almost like a morning tea. It's brekkie for Troy.
It's like our meeting spot with
it
all our Penrith friends.
We do. We catch up there, but right before just to brainstorm, make sure we're all on the same page. Anyway, so that was really yummy. I'm just picturing how good my banana bread was.
Oh, my cinnamon toast is to die for. Henry Mark, if you want to go there and try it, the
Henry
cinnamon
Mark,
toast.
the place to be in Penrith.
Honestly.
Yeah, and Troy always gets the avo and pumpkin.
Oh, my God.
That is good. I've had that before too. But let's move on from that and get into what this episode's all about.
Yeah, so we thought this would be a fun one. Again, there's so many different ways I think you could go through it, and you'd have so many, everyone would have memories that they're like, oh, yeah, I remember that time. We're going to be talking about when life throws you curves.
And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you drown in the curveball that's been thrown your way.
Yeah, sometimes they're just so good and you're like, I've really crushed this, and you nail it. And then sometimes it's just, you're so embarrassing.
Shae, there's one that just like comes to me straight away about this. And I feel like we've had a lot of different of these probably situations where it's almost like too many to think of. But one that I was just like, I still can't believe to this day we somehow pulled it together, was when we went, so Shae and I we're launching our business, Future Stars Media, at Dance Teacher Expo for the first time. And we only had like 4 weeks to launch this business. Beck, our mentor and our boss, she was just like, you guys have to do this business and you're launching it in 4 weeks at DTA. I'm like, okay, great. Then 2 weeks before DTA, she's like, and you guys are doing your very first business talk in front of 250 people at DTE. And we're like, what are we even talking about? And she goes, you guys are really great on social media. So you're talking about marketing and social media marketing. We were like, since when can we give professional advice on any of this? We're just winging our way through life at this stage.
Yeah, we hadn't had any kind of training or didn't go to uni for marketing, nothing like that. Like, this is just, oh, we think this looks pretty, let's give it a go.
Pure instinct. And we've now had to give a talk, and then she's like, it's a 50-minute talk. 50 minutes, that is a long time to talk to people and to try and educate people. We're trying to educate people on something we don't even really know what we're talking about.
And like, I love to talk, don't get me wrong, I could talk for 50 minutes straight, your ears off, ask Bobby.
Sorry, just because, Shae loves to talk.
That should be a red buzzer if I'm talking too loud, then
if she talks too long, buzz. Bobby wishes he had that at home. He could be like, every time she talks too loudly, burp. Oh.
It's legit an argument we had about me talking too loudly on the phone. But
we felt like we were getting very much chucked into the deep end for this particular thing. We felt like we were drowning a little bit, like we were so nervous because we just so didn't know if what we thought was going to be valuable to people. And then
when we started looking at it, we actually kind of knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, we did a little bit of research of like, okay, so why do these ones work for us and which ones work and which ones don't for posts and everything like that. And seeing how our business was growing organically through social media, we're like, hey, we've actually got a little bit of a knack or know what we're doing, and we have some insights.
So when we got up there, we could successfully talk for 50 minutes about this. And people actually came away and came up to us afterwards saying, even to this day, we go to studios and they say how they still use the tips that they learnt from that little session. And it was like, thank the Lord. I really thought we were going to go out there and everyone was going to see through our bullshit, but everyone actually found some real value in it. And I think that was one of those times that it just felt good in the end to be chucked in the deep end. And now we know that's a new skill that we can do.
100%. And it was so nerve-wracking because there was like 200 people in our session. Like, we just kept seeing people lining up and lining up.
We thought they were for the people next door. We literally were like, no one's coming into us. And then we had 250 people in there and we had to stop people from coming in.
Yeah, Shannon Atkins was doing a lyrical art class next door, so we thought they must be going to that.
Yeah.
And then they kept walking into us and I'm going, oh my God.
We're having panic attack. Like, literally.
Oh my God.
And our boss is going, breathe, it's fine, he's going to be fine. fine. And we got up there, and thank God we got to do it with each other because it just makes it that little bit easier.
100%. When I was thinking about this topic, mine's a little bit like it's a bit cringy.
Oh, no.
Like, it's like, I know. Like, we really tried.
Oh, it didn't work out.
Why do you say we? Am I involved in this?
You are.
Oh, no. We do so many cringy things.
It's just like, it did work out, but at the same time, it was like, oh, still cringe and embarrassing. So you would have remembered when we said in that Gatsby episode, and we're talking about being extras and dancers in The Great Gatsby, and Taryn and I were lucky enough to get picked out of the group.
Our big firework moment.
Great. Yep, 100%. And then we were super, super like excited because the next day they were like, you know, those twins that were doing the firework moment, we want them to come and do another part.
God for the fireworks.
And we're like, oh, great, we get to do an extra special part. Like, and it was like with about probably just like 6 other people in this little scene. It was mainly focusing, it was like this cameo for our choreographer, the dance choreographer, and he was playing this Mr. Someone, I can't remember his name, something bougie from the 1920s, and he was really rich, and it was just this little cameo moment he was having, and he needed a couple of fangirls. So they thought that us twins who really crushed the big firework moment would be a really cute idea. So we're like, oh my God, and it was just us, like 6 other people and Baz. And I was like, he's so close to me.
Yeah, it was like he was talking right at us, like right to us. It was like
he was face here.
Couldn't even like hear almost what he was saying because I was just too overwhelmed.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, when you get thrown into these situations and it's a complete curveball and you're not expecting it, it just happens in the moment and your face starts going red and you're not listening. Like you said, you're not necessarily listening properly because you're like, this is insane. Like Baz is talking directly to us.
Almost an out-of-body experience.
And he was like, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to come through and be super excited. He goes, who's someone famous that you love? And you know when you just go complete mind blank? And you're like, a name, a famous
I wish we
person.
knew some like good director's name or something. Someone like...
And you're going, a famous person.
Sorry.
And you're going, a famous person, a famous person, a famous person. That's all your mind's doing. And then I said... Michael Jackson.
Oh, no.
And that's not the cringy part because I love Michael Jackson. He was dead at the point, so he wasn't even
he was
alive.
dead
He was
at the
dead.
point.
He was dead at this point. He was already died,
That's
passed
just a
away.
random person to say, but anyway.
Anyway, so I said Michael Jackson. He goes, so yeah, just you know, picture yourself being like, ooh, Mr. Jackson, you know, as you run past. And
I was like, in these situations, poor Shae. Shae's the like confident one. I go silent. I just go silent. Poor Shae has to deal with all the awkwardness.
Now, the bit that I kind of missed was like, obviously he's saying, Mr. Jackson, but you know, he's meaning like, but say the person's name. Like,
oh no,
Mr.
you didn't. Did you run past and say Mr.
And I ran past the camera and action. I went, ooh, Mr. Jackson. You said the wrong name. I said the wrong name. I said Mr. Jackson. I didn't say the person's actual character name.
What did you say after that?
And I went really red. And he goes, good, that energy. But this time say Mr. Such and Such. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Of course. Why did I think that?
Of course, Baz Luhrmann, I will say that. What was I thinking? But just completely not. So it did work out in the sense of like, it looks great on scene. You don't actually even hear it in the end.
No.
It's just us going, ooh,
Walking past,
you know.
yeah.
But how embarrassing.
Yes, damn it. Use your brain, Shae.
When you get thrown in those moments, just take a breath, be cool, listen.
Yeah.
Use your ears.
What about you, Troy? Have you had any parts of your life where you were thrown in the deep end and did it work out in your favour or did it work out as a complete bomb?
I've had lots, but one that I remember was I was doing this gig and it was like a corporate event. It was at the Rocks or something, like it was somewhere fancy. Anyway, it was this themed party and me and this other girl were booked as like the performance and we had to rove as well. We had to do roving.
That used to happen a lot for those corporate events,
Oh
didn't
my
it? I feel like it
God.
doesn't happen as much.
But you have to do everything. You have to
Yeah.
rove, you have to do a show, you have to get
Talk to, and
photos.
you
Like
guys
it's
say
a
talk to people
full
and stuff, yeah.
production. You're not just going to do the number and get to go. You got to be there for like hours. So we were like, we had the show later. So we had the roving to do. And then there was supposed to be like a jester or something that was supposed to be part of it too. But they rang in and they were like, oh, I'm not coming. They were like, my flight's cancelled. Or like they had this weirdest excuse. It was just like, obviously they slept in and missed their flight or something.
Oh, no.
Don't tell me
so-
you had to be the jester.
No, not that bad. So the client was like coming to us and being like, this person was supposed to do a big introduction to the party to welcome the guests and bring everyone into the
welcome,
room.
everyone.
Welcome to, the event. Hope you have a great time. Like, this is, where we're going.
Yeah.
Everyone enter. And they were like, we need someone to do it.
No.
Troy, I can't even picture you doing this. Like, Troy would get so... Like, if you knew Troy, he'd be so embarrassed doing something like this. His face would be red.
And they were like, who can do it? And the girl I was with, I can't think of who I danced with that day, but she was like, I'm not, like, no way am I doing that.
Oh, my God.
And they were like, so how do you feel? And I was like, yep.
Oh my God, go you,
Did your
Troy.
voice...
No.
Seriously, I think I would be scared doing
I
this. Like,
was
I would totally
nervous.
shit
Can you
myself.
give us an example of what...
But like I got up there, it was on this platform.
Show us,
thing,
tell
they
us.
were
What
like,
was it? Go.
Be the jester.
No.
Yes, come on. We
I'm
want
not
to see it.
reenacting it. It's embarrassing just thinking about it.
Please.
I did
She's
put
going
on the
great.
character. I was like, hello, everyone, welcome to the party. Like,
I love the arms.
like I didn't obviously do the arms, but like I had the mic.
Welcome.
Like it was a handheld mic as well.
Oh, God.
So I'm getting up on this thing. Everyone's standing there in this room. Lots of people. Like the whole room was full.
God.
And the music came down. And I'm standing up there and I'm like, and at the time I was just like, you just have to do it.
Yeah, you have
can't
no
be, like,
choice.
they've literally put you on the spot.
Yeah.
And it went fine.
If I ever have to get on a microphone and present, I'm so much more scared than if I had to get in front and do a scene like in front of people. Like it's a completely
Totally.
different ballgame, let alone being a dancer who you don't usually use your words at all. You usually use your body to perform and stuff. It's so much harder. So like I'm actually so proud of you that you went and crushed that.
I know.
Woohoo.
On the topic of like dance ones, some of these moments sometimes really stick and ingrain in your head. And I remember
Those core memories.
Yeah.
They shape you.
core memories that shape you. And I remember one time when I was probably like 13 or 14, maybe 14 or something. And our dance studio was dancing at Carnival. It's like, it was really cool.
Like an industry night. These
Like
days
an-
it's called
yeah.
industry night.
These days it's called industry night, where a bunch of studios get together and perform in front of each other. And it was really, really fun and really cool because we're part of the senior group now, so we were allowed to do it. And they were just selecting because it was a small stage, they selected our small troupe, and we were doing When I Grow Up. And there was always this really cool technical part that Taryn and
We
I
didn't
went
get into.
No, we weren't overly like, we were flexible enough, but not necessarily the go-to technical girls.
No.
And the day before, like the night before, one of the girls who was in that technical section was like vomiting and had a stomach bug and couldn't do it. And our studio owner, Kylie, was like, okay, Shae, you're doing it. And I was like, first I was like, she goes, do you know it? And I'm like, of course I know it.
What do you mean, do I know it?
Are you kidding? I was at those kids on the side learning every single part.
We knew every part of every routine.
Just in case a moment like this came up. And I was like, hell fucking yeah, at Carnival, I'll be in the special technical section.
I was so jealous. I'm not going to lie. I was so jealous, burning with jealousy when
You
she got
just weren't,
chosen.
you weren't a right legger.
I wasn't. I was a lefty.
She was a lefty.
Always.
And then I was like, okay, going through the choreo at home. And I was like, shit. I don't actually know if I've ever done a toe crunch before, which these days seems so basic. But back then, that was a cool move, to do a toe crunch where you're like on the floor and you come up over your toes. And it really, you're meant to go through your posterior chain, like your hamstrings. But I've never done it before. So I was like, I don't even know how to do. So I'm like, I'll just wing it on the day. I'll just commit. Like the adrenaline will just go in.
And for those who aren't dancers, yes, coming up over your toes from on your knees does sound as hard as it is. Like, I know it's so hard. It's not
hard.
easy to do.
I know. And I remember getting up there and being like, adrenaline would just kick in, and I was going hard at that technical section because I was like, please, maybe she'll just leave me in it. And I did that, and I got to that part and I was like, and just push. And instead of knowing that I had to use my posterior chain, I went straight into my quad muscles. And I could just feel a pull in my quad. Like it wasn't a full pull or something like that where I was like, could not
tear or
walk.
anything,
It wasn't a tear or anything. But it was to the point where I was limping for about 2 weeks because it was so painful. And honestly, nearly a tear came out while performing. I was like, ah!
Did you ever do a toe crunch again after that?
I've never done a co-crunch
You've been
again.
too scared.
Never done it again. Never done it again. So I was so grateful to be thrown into that moment. Sorry,
And
Mike.
I had that big moment on stage, but at the same time, I injured myself terribly and have never tried it ever again. It's almost like I can feel it as if it happened to me because
Yeah.
everyone's been there. Like I've done that when I've tried to do a toe crunch, but then stopped. It's like you can feel that's going to happen, and you stop yourself and you come back down.
Imagine if I had stopped at Carnival. Kylie would have been like,
lost her
Oh,
mind.
you would have been
If that was one of our
running.
kids and that happened on stage and someone stopped or fell over, I would have lost my mind.
Exactly. So I could not do it. Like all the cool kids go to Carnival and watch this. Like, so there was no way I could stop. And it was so painful. And I literally, since 14 years of age, never done a toe crunch again. Every time a child asks me to put it in their solo or something like that, I go and get someone else to demonstrate it because I'm like, I'm not the right person to do this because I have horrific memories about it.
I was thinking, this is such a random one that's just popped to my head. Like, I literally was like, I don't know how I could bring this up with anything in my normal day life, but I know there's so many where I couldn't think of any. Then I've just thought of one. And I am fine with spicy food now, but I actually have IBS. So I have irritable bowel syndrome, and spicy food sometimes can really inflame my stomach. And there was this one time when I was going to a birthday dinner, and we're going to Indian, and I've never had Indian food other than the butter chicken that your mum makes you at home. Never had Indian food before. And it's like, we're all going to this special birthday dinner for a family friend and stuff like that. And we had to go there. And I was really nervous. We went there, and the whole family love spicy food. But, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be like, I can't eat this because they're ordering. And I'm just like, I don't want to be fussy. I say, yeah, whatever. Everyone's ordering the food. And I'm telling you, even the butter chicken was like my stomach, like I was in so much fucking pain, sitting there sweating, in pain. But I didn't say anything. I got thrown into this curveball where I should have spoken up and been like, I can't eat this, because I actually ended up in hospital for 2 days after this and ended up having kidney stones in my stomach.
Yeah, that's all right.
Like,
What's
this
that?
is when you get thrown into a deep end, and I'm trying to be polite, Taryn here. I'm at a birthday dinner. I don't want to think anyone think I'm fussy. I ate all this spicy Indian food. I end up in hospital for 2 days, not just for my IBS, but because I also had not kidney stones, sorry, gallstones in my stomach. It was just
Was
like...
it caused by the spicy food?
They think it was inflamed, by the spiciness of the food. Like, they could have been already there, but it definitely got more inflamed from all of that. And I ate every bit of that up. I got thrown into that situation. And now I know going forward, sometimes it's okay if you get thrown into these situations to listen or to speak up. Like, sometimes I'm a bit of a baby in getting thrown into stuff I'm not comfortable with, and I just say yes. And I think a good lesson to learn, friends, is sometimes it's just better to speak up and say no. I can't do that.
Well, if I had it clarified with Baz Luhrmann,
hey,
do you
just
mean
one more-
this? Yeah, do you mean say Mr. Jackson
Mr.
or just use that as
Jackson.
inspo? I wouldn't have had that embarrassing memory. Yeah, that's probably the important thing to learn from this is that when life throws you a curveball, one, you always learn something from it. Whether it's
Whether it's good or bad,
good
you
or
learn.
bad, you're always going to learn from it. But maybe just everyone in general, everyone in general, moving forward, when life throws you a curveball, don't be afraid to ask questions. Because I know in the moment...
Just take a second and decide what's actually going to be best for you in that moment. Just like, I think always go for it because, don't let fear hold you back. But just, like Shae said, ask the questions. Take a moment like I should have at that dinner and just been like, I'm so sorry, but I actually asked the waiter what's best for me when I have stomach issues. I don't know.
Or just said, can we just get a lot of naan bread?
Yeah,
don't
naan bread and
teach
some plain
hip-hop.
boiled rice for me, please.
And don't teach hip hop if you're a ballet dancer.
Oh my God, have you taught hip hop? Oh my God, I can't even
I actually thought of that. That was funny. I have, like, with dance before done funny ones where they're like, can you teach this? And I'm like, sure.
Oh, why not?
Boys
my gosh,
hip hop.
we've-
Boys hip hop. This is me.
Oh my God.
So
That's
having
funny.
all
I
the
reckon this
time
could
with
be
dance
too many
teachers.
things in life where it happens. Now they're all starting to come back to me.
Yeah, now I'm like,
Yeah.
They're flowing 100%. But I think that's it. When you do get thrown a curveball, just one, embrace it. Usually go for it, I think, personally.
yeah, you learn regardless.
You learn regardless, but
Who cares if you fall flat on your face?
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter.
listening and speaking up is a good thing
Yeah,
to throw in
it's
the mix
also
of it.
good. Yeah.
Great. Well, we always learn a lesson at the end of these podcasts, I feel. I feel like
do.
collectively we just come to learn a lesson by the end of it after talking about it. But it was great to talk to you guys again, and we'll be back next time on the Unfamous Files.
Bye.
Bye.